Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Warriors make firm decision on cutting beloved veteran, report. Certainly, for a team eager to dodge the NBA's luxury tax, or at least sweep itself under the tax's dreaded aprons, every $1 million counts. That was the logic behind the Warriors' projected approach on center Kevin Looney, the popular and low-key veteran center who has spent his entire 9-year career in Golden State. Looney is owed $8 million on his contract, but only $3 million is guaranteed. Logic would dictate that, after Looney went from a starter in the first half of the season to a bench player who appeared in 32 of the final 40 games for only 10.9 minutes per game, the Warriors were set to pass on guaranteeing his deal and instead would send him to free agency. But at The Athletic, beat reporter Anthony Slater writes that is not, in fact, the case. The Dubs instead will keep Looney at $8 million, though perhaps include his contract in a trade. Considering it is an expiring deal, there is value in keeping Looney on the books, since he could help the Warriors match up salaries should a deal present itself in the coming weeks. Slater did intimate that Looney's time with the Warriors has been on shaky ground. That, in itself, is a bit of a surprise, since Looney is only 28 and is a favorite of the staff and front office. Many credit Looney's presence in the middle in the 2022 playoffs as being a key to the Warriors' championship that year, and coach Steve Kerr and others credit Looney with helping keep the team together in 2023, after the notorious Draymond Green punch on then-teammate Jordan Poole. Looney is a kind of cool-headed counterbalance to Green's hot-headed nature. The Warriors appreciate that. It appears that his tenure will continue into next week, Slater wrote of Looney. Only $3 million of Looney's $8 million is currently guaranteed for next season. The other $5 million guarantees on Monday, presenting the possibility he could be released. But that isn't the Warriors' current plan, according to league sources. They are expected to let the rest of Looney's $8 million contract guarantee, keeping him in their current plans, though it does remain possible they eventually use his salary to help complete an off-season trade. The fact is that, even if they dumped Looney, there would still be $3 million on the books for him and, in a double whammy, the Warriors would need to go out and sign another center to replace him and ensure that sophomore Tracy Jackson-Davis would have a backup. That would cost the Warriors just under $3 million. So if they cut Looney and replace him at the minimum, they're paying out $6 million. For $2 million more, they can just keep Looney in place. Or trade him. The Warriors are very active on the trade market and could look to move several players, Chris Paul, Andrew Wiggins, over the coming weeks with the dual goal of reducing payroll to get under the luxury tax and reconfiguring the roster to be more competitive in 2024-25. There's a chance that Looney could survive all that and stay put. That would make Kerr happy, no doubt. Speaking about Looney after moving him to the bench, Kerr was clearly struggling. "I don't think Loon has a bigger fan than me," Kerr said, per USA Today's Warriors Wire. "So this has been a hard thing for me to go away from. He's my guy and doesn't mean he's not going to make an impact. I still think he will, but things have turned away from him for the time being." Lakers free agent target could stay with current team. As the Los Angeles Lakers prepare for the 2024 NBA draft and free agency, one position that they should be looking to address is center. The Lakers' lack of quality depth at the position is concerning after Anthony Davis. The Lakers currently have Christian Wood and Jackson Hayes on the roster. However, Hayes has a $2.4 million player option for the 2024-25 season, which he hasn't decided on. That said, even if Hayes accepts the option, the Lakers need someone who can provide quality minutes off the bench and play next to Davis. One potential option floated out there was Golden State Warriors center Kevin Looney. The Athletic's Tim Kawakami reported earlier this month that the Warriors were expected to let go of the veteran center to save money on their tax bill. The idea of Looney wearing the purple and gold would greatly boost the Lakers' frontcourt as he can compete on the glass and bring experience. However, Los Angeles fans will likely have to set their sights on another big man, as the latest reporting from Golden State suggests Looney might be staying for now. Anthony Slater of The Athletic reported Saturday that the Warriors are expected to guarantee the rest of Looney's $8 million contract, keeping the veteran in their current plans. However, Slater also notes that the Warriors could use Looney's salary to help facilitate an off-season trade. Looney already had $3 million of his $8 million guaranteed. However, there were questions about whether the Warriors would keep him past Monday's deadline, June 24. If Golden State released him, it would make Looney one of the top big men in free agency. Nonetheless, the Lakers must pivot to the next best option on their free agency wish list. Andre Drummond should be high on the Lakers' list, but he'll receive interest from multiple suitors in free agency. In addition to free agency, the Lakers could address the center spot in the NBA draft, as they have the number 17 overall pick. Los Angeles has been projected to take Purdue's Zach Edey in several mock drafts, which wouldn't be a bad move. However, with the Lakers looking to contend right away under new head coach J.J. Redick, it feels inevitable that they will try to get a veteran to help their frontcourt issues. Report: Klay Thompson's negotiations with Warriors have hit big snag. Klay Thompson and the Golden State Warriors are reportedly locked in a standoff with no end in sight as free agency looms. The Warriors do not have an offer on the table for Thompson, and the two sides have not had any constructive negotiations on a new contract, according to Anthony Slater of The Athletic. Talks between the two sides are characterized as frozen, and the chance of Thompson leaving via free agency is increasingly likely. Ultimately, the Warriors are reluctant to commit significant resources to Thompson after his down season. Part of the thinking may be that Thompson might find a lukewarm market and ultimately return to the Warriors at a price the team is comfortable with. However, sources told Slater that there is a risk that even in that scenario, Thompson will leave no matter what, citing built-up friction of recent seasons and a desire for a fresh start. Thompson, at the very least, seems to have accepted that he may have played his final game with the Warriors. If reports about him eyeing one specific contract as a potential framework are true, it is tough to believe Golden State would meet his asking price. Thompson showed worrying regression last season. He averaged 17.9 points per game, his worst mark in over a decade, and shot 43.2% from three-point range, down from his peak years. That is a risky player to commit to for several years. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Klay Thompson? Leave your opinion in the comments.